beautiful night. It's a beautiful day out here in the airport. We got our awesome aircraft out there. If you haven't seen it yet, there's one of the brand new birds sitting right out there, which is incredibly cool. We love it. But we're going to kick things off here real quick. I'd like you to welcome Dr. Ray Thompson, Dean of the College of Aviation, going to come up here and share a few words with us.
Well, good evening. So welcome honorees and guests to the College of Aviation's annual Hall of Honor in Excellence and Diversity Recognition. This is always a special evening for us. We're able to take time and look at those who have been integral to the success of our college. I want to thank the event committee, line services, student employees, and all those who made tonight's events happen. There's many hours of preparation, even today, till probably 4:30 or 5 o'clock, to make this happen. So let's give them a round of applause, please. I'd also like to thank those who serve our country and our public. Any veterans, active duty military, police, EMTs, fire. If we have any in the audience, would you please stand for a moment so we can recognize your service, please? Thank you. Hall of Honor inductees are individuals who have demonstrated exceptional contributions, achievements, or service within the aviation field and to the College of Aviation. Recipients can be individuals or organizations. Our 2024 honorees, Mr. Andy Richards of Duncan Aviation and Captain Randall Rochon of United Airlines, have made lasting impacts for our students and for the college. We truly appreciate the time and effort they put in for our behalf. As leaders in aviation, I know they will continue to make positive impacts that help student success. Excellence in diversity involves more than simply assembling a group of people from various backgrounds. True diversity excellence requires intentional efforts to build an environment where everyone feels valued, heard, respected. It thrives on the idea that diverse teams produce more innovative solutions as they draw from a wider array of experiences and viewpoints. This year's honoree, Mr. Jelani Kelley, embodies these concepts of excellence for diversity in aviation. All told, our honorees represent the best in aviation and support that fosters student success. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for attending, and go Broncos.
Thank you, Dr. Ray. You always make my job easier because now I got to go and edit all these remarks that I have up here. But I know, I'm just joking. So anyway, let's get this celebration started. If you wouldn't mind, please remain seated while we release the tables. The bar will stay open throughout dinner, so please feel free to enjoy it at your leisure. We will close the bar during the presentation. I'll give you a 10-minute warning before we begin the program. Tom and we'll start releasing tables. Enjoy your dinner, and we will get the presentation started here shortly. As Dr. Ray said, it's also important to celebrate our Veterans Day, which will be taking place on Monday. I want to, again, recognize all of our veterans and active military personnel present tonight. If you've served or are currently serving, we would once again like to thank you for your bravery and sacrifice, and we owe our freedom to your service. So thank you all very much again for all of those. The event wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors, and I want to express our sincere gratitude to each and every one of them. We have Delta Propel. Craig Scalpone is here representing. Thank you very much, Craig. We have Duncan Aviation. Thank you very much. Representing Duncan, Andy Richards, CEO of Duncan. Envoy Air, we've got Raquel Henry. Thank you very much, Raquel. SkyWest Airlines, we've got Jamie McCoy and Ken, one of their pilots at SkyWest. Thank you all very much for being here. United Aviate, we got Koila Lau and Randall Rochon from United Aviate. Again, thank you very much for your sponsorship. Without all of your interaction and engagement with us, we wouldn't be who we are and we wouldn't be able to host this great evening. So again, thank you all very much to our sponsors. I'd also like to take the time to recognize the students and the CFIs that are here with us tonight. Their attendance is made possible through the generosity of our sponsors, our faculty, our staff, and alumni who've donated to make this event possible. In a slight change, I would like all of our students to stand, and I would like them to applaud our sponsors, our donors, and thank them for your support. So students, stand up and thank all of the wonderful people that have gotten you here tonight. And they say donations don't matter. They do, let me tell you. So, we're very fortunate to have so many student organizations focused on aviation at Western. If you know anything about Western, we have over 400 student organizations. We have 15, 16, almost 17 of them are specifically aviation. So I'm going to call out the names of those organizations as the students. If you are members of those organizations, I'm going to ask you to stand and remain standing as we call out all of them. We have Air Force ROTC. We have the Airlines Pilots Association, Airlines Career Education Club, also known as Alpha Ace Club. We have the Air Race Classic Team. We have Alpha Eta Rho, Theta Chapter, which is our professional aviation fraternity. We have the American Association of Airport Executives. We have a new one called the Arnold Air Society. We have the Association of Women in Aviation Maintenance. We have our Aviation Student Council. Another new one, Business Aviation Club. We have our Latino Pilots Association, our National Gay Pilots Association, our Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals, our Professional Asian Pilots Association, Skills USA, our Sky Broncos Competitive Flight Team, our Skydive Broncos, and our Women in Aviation chapter at Western Michigan University. Thank you all students for contributing and being part of those organizations. The importance of them cannot be understated. You can go ahead and sit down, thank you. They make me do this Masters of Ceremony stuff. I never said I was good at it, so I had a lot of people to thank too. So first off, I also want to recognize the members that are part of our Excellence in Diversity, previous award winners, and are also previous inductees into the Hall of Honor. We have a number of them that are here tonight. If you are a former or previous winner of the Excellence in Diversity Award, would you please stand? All right, Tony. There we go. Randall, Tony, thank you very much. And if you are a inductee into the Hall of Honor, please stand. There we go. We're also, and hey, did you know that once you become a member, or once you receive the Excellence in Diversity Award, and once you get the Hall of Honor inductee, you get to come to this thing for free for the rest of your life. Benefits, baby, benefits. So we're fortunate also to offer a number of aviation-specific scholarships made possible by the generosity of our donors. At this time, I'd like to recognize the scholarship donors and the recipients. We have the W.K. Kellogg Diversity in Aviation Scholarship, the Aviation Alumni and Friends Scholarship, the Duke Harris Scholarship, the Duncan Aviation Incorporated Aviation Maintenance Scholarship, the Kern Family Endowed Scholarship, the William J. Kozel Scholarship, the Warren Miller Distinguished Flying Cross Endowed Scholarship, the Dale R. Pitch Memorial Aviation Scholarship, the Major Henry Schmaltz USAF Endowed Scholarship for Aviation Sciences, the Colonel Richard A. Spearling Distinguished Service Cross Endowed Scholarship, the Virgil and Maureen Williams Family Aviation Endowed Scholarship, the Herman W. Linder Scholarship, the 1939 Aviation Maintenance Scholarship, and the Summer Arnell Flight Scholarship. And behind me and on the screens, you can see the students that have received them and the dollar amounts that they've got. It's incredibly important that we have these scholarships. Most of you that being part of aviation know the financial impact that it is, and so all of these scholarships are incredibly valuable. We cannot thank these scholarship contributors and these endowed scholarships enough. I have to acknowledge Virgil Williams, one of our endowed scholarships. He's here. Virgil, if you'd like to stand up and we can acknowledge you, thank you so much, as always. Those names, who picked those names? Some of those babies are tough up here to read. All right, let's get on to the highlight of the evening as we honor this year's Excellence in Diversity Award recipient and induct our newest members into the Hall of Honor. This year marks an exciting milestone for the College of Aviation. For the first time, we are inducting someone who has received both the Excellence in Diversity Award and will be inducted into the Aviation College of Aviation Hall of Honor. What an incredible moment for all of us to be here and to celebrate that momentous occasion. The Excellence in Diversity Award recognizes individuals or organizations who have dedicated themselves to diversifying the aviation industry. These awardees are committed to increasing the representation of underrepresented individuals in aviation and mentoring the next generation of aviation leaders. It is my honor to present the 2024 Excellence in Diversity Award to Captain Jelani Kelley, a WMU alumnus and Senior Manager of Regional Flight Operations for Asia Pacific at FedEx. Jelani is the ultimate continuous learner. He's the guy who is always looking to level up, whether it's in aviation, leadership, or, well, life in general. He's the type to listen to a podcast while getting ready for the day. Because why waste time on just brushing your teeth when you can listen to a podcast and learn something? And when it comes to self-development, he's not shy about recommending books, like Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. Was anybody else offered that book? Because I'm thinking there might be some subliminal message here. But anyway, hopefully it's not just a subtle message for the rest of us. And so Captain Kelley's dedication to learning and mentorship has impacted countless individuals in the aviation industry. He has served in numerous capacities at FedEx, and his leadership has expanded far beyond his own career. From his involvement with the NIPA Sky Broncos flight team to his work as an instructor and mentor, Jelani is the embodiment of the continuous learner and a role model for aspiring aviation professionals. Accepting the award for Captain Jelani's, on Captain Jelani's behalf is Tony Dennis, the 2017 Excellent Diversity Award recipient.
Good evening. It is indeed an honor and pleasure for me to accept this award on behalf of Jelani, Captain Jelani. He sent a few words as he is now attending a conference in the Far East, and he sent this note that he wanted me to read to everyone tonight. But before I do that, I want to say that how proud I am of him and the things that he's accomplished. There's many others, and congratulations to you all as well. Little did I know that night we had pizza at Buddy's in Southfield that this would happen. But it did, and so I'm thankful for that. Good evening to all of you from the Far East. I want to extend my gratitude to Dr. Ray Thompson and the Excellence and Diversity Committee for this wonderful recognition. Thank you. To have the capacity and resources to serve the next generation is a privilege and a blessing. I am beyond grateful for a supportive family, my time at Western, and the employers over the past 20 years that have embraced me and left the door open for a diverse pool of talent. My journey at Western Michigan University began in 2001, and I credit Tony Dennis, who is that guy, tasking me with community service immediately upon my arrival. I can say definitely that 23 years later, I have not stopped working on that task. Tony modeled me for a visionary leader with deep compassion and empathy, and seated me in a commitment to help others. My college roommate, dear friend, and brother, Randall Rochon, is also being honored here tonight, and I want to recognize the strength and motivation I received by watching his tireless efforts to help students and young people achieve their dreams in aviation. I am a proud Bronco. I'm writing this in a small cafe in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, before I head to Beijing tomorrow to attend the conference on behalf of FedEx. And as with my nearly every trip, I am wearing my Western Michigan University hoodie. I delight in sharing with anyone who asks about the grateful educational opportunities that exist in a small but great city about halfway between Detroit and Chicago. If they're not sure where Kalamazoo is located, I do what any true native Michigander would do. I hold up my right hand in the shape of the mid and point to Kalamazoo on the map that is in the palm of my hand. We are in season of change, and in this country, and although we may encounter strong winds from a new direction, we must turn a bit to face those winds in order to stay on our true course. Let us stay on this course together and continue to celebrate the wonderful impact we in this Bronco family will have on the aviation sector as we commit to diversifying the talent pool and expanding opportunities in the industry to all communities. I am still working on that task. Thank you. And also, his parents are here, Carol and Marcus. If you could come up, I know this is regular protocol time. But they have, a tree is known by the fruit it bears, right? And when you talk about a person like Jelani and Randall and Joel, but Jelani set up a tutoring program because I put a lot of pressure on him as a student and Randall that nobody would fail here. And Jelani took it and set up a tutoring session Tuesday and Thursday nights from 10 to 12 o'clock. Never asked for a penny, but he wanted to make sure that everybody would be successful. And I attribute that to his parents and the way he was raised because he believed in helping other people. So we just want to say thank you.
Okay. The Hall of Honor recognizes individuals who have achieved distinction in their careers and have contributed significantly to the quality and success of WMU's aviation program. It is with great pride that we induct this year's honorees. However, before we get too far into the weeds, we got to address this elephant in the room. You can't buy or sponsor your way into these awards. If you see who's getting it and then see the sponsorships, that was a complete coincidence. However, I will say we do have a few naming opportunities at the College of Aviation, just throwing it out there. Personally, I think the Virgil Williams College of Aviation has a pretty nice ring to it. Just saying. All jokes aside, tonight we are here to celebrate and induct our newest members into the WMU College of Aviation Hall of Honor. Let's give them the recognition they truly deserve. Our first inductee is Andy Richards, Executive Vice President and COO of Duncan Aviation's Michigan facilities. How do you introduce someone like Andy and capture the impact he's had on aviation? Well, for me, the phrase, actions speak louder than words, sum it up perfectly. In all of my 57 years on this planet, I've rarely seen a C-suite executive volunteer his time on a Saturday to show up and show a group of high school students the wonders of aviation maintenance and the magic behind Duncan Aviation. But Andy, he's right there, leading the charge. Not only did he win over a bunch of Gen Z students, a task that's really hard, I'm going to say, I'm pretty sure he also convinced a few parents to start rethinking their career paths. Andy's impact on the aviation industry is immeasurable, but what truly sets him apart is his commitment to giving back to the next generation of aviation professionals. Beginning his career at Duncan Aviation in 1997, he rose to become Executive Vice President and COO of the Michigan facilities, where he led advancements in avionics, paint, and interior completions. Richards is also deeply involved with the WMU College of Aviation, mentoring students and engaging in outreach activities like the Aviation Summer Camp. Beyond aviation, he serves on boards including the United Way of South Central Michigan and the Michigan Business Aviation Association, and has been recognized for his work with underserved communities and affordable child care initiatives. Recently appointed to the WMU Foundation Board of Directors, his career and community service reflect his commitment to education, leadership, and making a meaningful impact both in aviation and the local community. Please join me in welcoming Andy Richards to the stage for his induction. Sorry. Yeah, we want to.
Okay, it's really an honor to be here. I'm so glad to see all of you here. I've been to this ceremony many times. It's always a great event that you guys put on, honoring the students. And so, first of all, congratulations to those who won scholarships. I'm sure it's well-deserved, and hopefully it helps you a little bit on your paths in education. Thank you, Dean Thompson, and thank you to the committee and your team of aviation educators and aviation professionals for this wonderful honor. When I think about the past recipients, as well as those receiving it along with me tonight, I am indeed honored by the recognition. Although my name appears on the plaque, I would not be receiving this award tonight without the help of our amazing team at Duncan Aviation. Of course, the Battle Creek and Kalamazoo Duncan teams have the most direct contact with WMU's aviation program, but the support of the Duncan family, along with the other senior leaders of Duncan Aviation, have also assisted our efforts as we sought to grow this important partnership with WMU. It is a partnership, but it is also a friendship. It is truly remarkable when I think about all the different ways we help each other to succeed in our own respective endeavors. Beginning with the leadership of Captain Dave and carrying on today with the leadership of Dr. Thompson, the partnership and friendship continues to strengthen. Over the past 6 years, Duncan Aviation and WMU have created an endowed scholarship for WMU Tech Ops students. We provided internships for dozens of students from all 3 aviation programs. We provided technical support and tooling to aid the maintenance of the WMU flight training fleet. We provided career counseling to the aviation students. We provided hands-on training for the students in the new paint booth of WMU's, along with all the tours, as Tom mentioned, that we've given over the years to the current students as well as those high schoolers that Tom mentioned. We know that Making these high schoolers aware of the aviation opportunities for careers is the first step in getting them into WMU's door and Duncan Aviation's. So in addition to all these services, we are also actively exploring new opportunities to enrich the lives of WMU students, working with Jason on those efforts with the faculty of Dr. Thompson's team. But in return for all those services that we've been happy to provide, Duncan Aviation receives an even greater benefit, that of being in prime position to hire some of the best equipped aviation professionals as they graduate from one of the premier aviation education institutions in the world. Over the past 26 years, we've been very lucky to have grown right alongside WMU's College of Aviation, and our path to growth has been so much richer and easier because of it. Thank you again for the honor, and we look forward to many more years of partnership and friendship. Thank you.
Our second inductee is Captain Randall Rochon, a WMU alumnus, United Airlines captain, and chair of both the WMU College of Aviation Advisory Board and the OBAP Board of Advisors. Starstruck. That's how I describe my first encounter with Randall. When I started at WMU over 15 years ago, Beth Seiler introduced me to Randall Rochon, who at the time seemed like an aviation rock star. Even during the so-called lost decade of aviation, this guy was making things happen. I was in awe, but as I listened, I quickly realized it wasn't just about his own success. Randall was helping everyone around him succeed too. His superpower? Selflessness. And of course, his almost supernatural time management skills. I mean, this guy somehow puts family first while balancing a full career, mentoring others, and still finding some time for some truly amazing feats. Honestly, I'm pretty sure his accomplishments rival Superman's. Randall's influence on the aviation community, particularly through his mentorship and commitment to diversity, is profound. He has been instrumental in opening doors for countless aviation professionals, particularly through his work with OBAP and the ACE Academy programs. Randall's generosity of spirit, time, and expertise has made him an inspiration to many. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate a truly historic moment. It is my immense honor to present to you the first person in WMU history to receive both the College of Aviation Excellence and Diversity Award and be inducted into the Aviation Hall of Honor. Captain Randall Rochon. Please join me in congratulating him and welcoming him to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to say thank you to Tom for those warm words. One of the hardest working people I know, especially here at the College of Aviation. Tom's one of those people that gives his efforts tirelessly as well. So Tom, I thank you for all the work that you do. Let me start off by also saying congratulations to CEO Andy Richards and also Captain Jelani Kelley. Thank you everyone for being here tonight and for your support of WMU Recognition Dinner and the support of the College of Aviation. I want to thank the committee for this prestigious honor and award. It is an honor and still hard to believe that I am a part of the Excellence in Diversity and now the Hall of Fame. When I took my first flight on Continental Airlines, or Continental Express, an ATR 72, and then Continental Airlines A300 from Lafayette, Louisiana to Houston, and then on to Seattle, Tacoma, Washington, I caught the bug. Aviation was what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the world, but I never thought I would be standing here in front of all of you today with such an honor. Again, thank you to the selection committee. Also, thank you to all the student workers who have been here all day putting the pieces in place for such a great event. My journey in aviation started with a series of discovery flights from one of my father's coworkers out of a small airport in Spanaway, Washington. From there, the sky was literally the limit for me. I wanted more of it, and I wanted to see the world, what the world had to offer. I researched multiple colleges and finally ended up applying to that small flight program in Daytona Beach. However, in the summer of 1999, my life was changed forever. I learned about a nonprofit organization called the Organization of Black Airline Pilots, now known as the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals. I was given a chance to speak with the president, now retired Captain Clovis Jones of FedEx, and shortly after, he introduced me to a gentleman by the name of Tony Dennis. Appointed to his position at the College of Aviation by the late great WMU president, Elson Floyd, may his soul rest in peace. Tony Dennis took a small kid from the Pacific Northwest and who he knew nothing about and took a chance on him. He invited me to attend the first OBAP WMU ACE Academy, which at that time was a 2-week-long overnight program here in Battle Creek. And I know for Tony, he probably doesn't want to remember those nights. Once the camp was over, the rest is history. I became a Bronco. I can without a doubt tell you tonight that I would not be where I am in my career, nor standing in front of you if it was not for Tony and Betty Dennis and their family. They have literally adopted me as one of their own. The reason I stand before you The reason why I stand before you tonight and say this is because I learned fundamental values about this career, giving back and mentoring. The countless individuals Tony has somehow put in my path through networking I can never repay. I learned about communication, networking, relationship building, and mentorship. And this is what I'm here to talk to you about tonight, to our young, aspiring individuals in the room. I will get to that in a few minutes, however. I must say thank you to Beth Seiler and Rob Pinnock. Between Tony, Beth, and Rob, I was in their office literally every day, and they truly took care of me while I attended WMU and also helped me obtain my student jobs. If you ever needed a laugh, the Blue Building, which used to be a rental car place, but now one of our hangars, is where you went. There was never a dull moment. I also have to thank the Kellogg Foundation and Mr. Greg Lyman, who's also one of our inductees, who is, if it was not for him or his vision and leadership, many individuals would not have been able to afford school, let alone flight. I want to thank Mr. Tom Grossman, his leadership team, Mr. Dave Schrader, Tom McLaughlin, Ryan Seiler, Mr. Bundy, and more from the flight department. I really enjoyed my time here learning to be a pilot. My experience here is one of the reasons I love spreading the word of WMU College of Aviation. I want to thank Mr. Whittles for pushing us as hard as he did in our courses. Flight science majors, I'm telling you, what you learn from this man will carry you a lifetime. I'm also thankful for the CFIs and professors that I had while here at WMU. And then there's 4 women that I would like to recognize. There was Karen and Lisa, and Tracy and Latanya. 4 of the most caring individuals you will ever meet. In their own sets, Lisa and Karen, and then Tracy and Latanya are each like sisters from different families, always there to help, listen, and continue guiding a path on the way for students to be successful. Thank you. Most importantly, this journey that we call life could not be done without the love, support, sacrifices, multiple conversations, calling for money or a car, or the conversations complaining how cold it was here without my mother and father. So thank you to them, and I love them. Now, students. To my aspiring aviation professionals, if I may have a few minutes of your time, there are 4 items I would like to speak to you about tonight. These are communication, networking, relationship building, and mentorship. Communication, so important, so fundamental. Put down the electronic devices and speak. Talk to your professors, to your CFIs, to each other. Talk to individuals in your aspiring career field. Tell them your goals and aspirations and what it is you're trying to accomplish or what you think you need help in. You never know who may open doors for you or try to help you. Lots of times you may feel as though you are tired of being told no or that you don't have enough experience. So why bother saying anything? I'm here to tell you, you never know what simple conversation would where a simple conversation may lead you. As I tell students I mentor, stay fresh on people's minds that you meet. You never know when that person may get a call from a friend and say, hey, I'm looking for someone with this role or this position. It may be your lucky day, week, or month. Today, I find too many young folks are trying to do things by themselves, not working together. Also, ask for honest feedback about yourself. How can I improve? With that being said, not everyone is your friend, so speak wisely. Networking. There's not a whole lot of guarantees that someone can give you, but the one guarantee I can tell you about this industry, you cannot do it alone. You must network with others. Networking is like an investment. It takes time, and over time, compound interest will pay off. Each of you will need one another someday. Someone in here will be a hiring manager or have connections. It is not necessarily the one who finished first or seems to be the best at everything. I can tell you personally that through my networking, I've helped many individuals get hired in various roles, obtain scholarships, or connected others with folks that could help them along their journey. Networking is key. Out of many ACE academies I've conducted, primarily most of the students who pursued aerospace as a career are within reach of their career goals. I preach networking, networking, networking. You must build yourself a Rolodex of folks to keep in contact with them, even if it's just to say hi. Network amongst each other. Some of you know others whose family is in the industry. Attend career fairs. Even if you don't have the qualifications at the time, attend resume building events, attend events at the College of Aviation that they may host. Go just to meet folks and get your name out there. Collect business cards and send folks a thank you email for their time Monday morning when you arrive back home. If you can at least do that, then it's worth your time. You have networked. Eventually, the compound interest will pay off. Relationship building. My first 2 points of communication and networking will lead you to relationships. You have to build a rapport with people. There's so much opportunity in this industry. You may leave WMU as a pilot, but who knows where your journey will lead you, just like our friend Captain Jelani Kelley. I can tell you a few stories. Tom mentioned my time with OBAP. Because of the folks I have met along my way and built relationships with, it has opened more doors for me than I could imagine. Because of this, I've started as a member of OBAP, eventually rose to the director of multiple programs, and then eventually multiple roles as a board of directors up to the vice president. The only reason I did not earn the title of president because I promised my wife that I would spend more time at home, which I'm still working on. Because of my relationships, I have become a recruiter at United, Aviation ambassador, worked in the chief pilot's office. I'm a line check pilot in the 737, and my journey will not stop there. One prime example in this room tonight is my partner from United, Koula. Her father actually taught me how to fly the 737 about 15 years ago. Her and I knew nothing of each other then. I'll never forget the stories that he has told me about his career flying the 747 and his upbringing in Hawaii. I learned about Koula a couple of years ago at some of her previous roles. Fast forward to today, her and I partner at multiple recruiting events for United, and the connection that we have is her incredible father, who is now a retired United captain and director of training for an airline. This simple relationship I built with him over time. One more ironically relationship came to fruition recently. The first ACE Academy I conducted in Hawaii 2 years ago, I met a few military pilots who volunteered their time for the ACE Academy. They were interested in joining the airlines after the military world. They did not know much about the airline world over those past 2 years, so we kept in contact and I just kind of fed them information as they needed. Fast forward to today, one of those gentlemen just started class at United and today receives his wings in Denver. And ironically, I was at a standards meeting last week with my chief pilot and he mentioned a name to me. Ironically, that name he mentioned to me is the other gentleman who's flying F-22 out in Hawaii, and my chief pilot said, thank you, I will take care of him. My last example would be our Excellence in Diversity awardee tonight, Captain Jelani Kelley of FedEx. He and I met here at Western, eventually became roommates. He went through the maintenance program and I did flight. We were both in each other's weddings. We know each other's kids and wives very well. He went the path of cargo, I went the path of passengers. Through the years, he and I have built a brotherhood. We have seen a lot of the world together. He shares his successes with me, I share mine with him. And every so often he would call me about an individual who wants to go to the airline, the passenger airline route, and I'll call him about someone who wants to go the cargo route, or even corporate, because he flew some time at corporate. Because of the relationships that he and I have built over the years, we never questioned the candidate. We know the character of each other. Lastly, I come to mentorship. Giving back to others is like an elevator. Once you reach your goal, remember to send the elevator back down for someone else. We can't always take or look for a handout. We need to give back to the industry by giving back to others. As you learn to craft your journey, learn techniques, build your networks and relationships, understand the career more, or simply have the ability to show others the opportunities aerospace has to offer, remember there's a little girl or boy, man or woman, who has aspirations to be just like you. I am a firm believer that we can all benefit from each other. I love giving back. I love seeing others shine and taking full advantage of opportunities in front of them. Others showed me different paths along my journey, and I want to do the same. This is the reason I have been so involved in OBAP, Aviation, scholarship committees, WMU, and ACE academies. United actually hired one of my first ACE Academy students 2 years ago, and he just became a captain this year. Another individual I mentored through the years is actually a WMU alumni as well, Regina Costa. She will be joining United next year as well. Never take for granted what others have given to you, and pass along your knowledge. And I'll end with this. Find yourself about 4 to 5 individuals that you can trust. Form a bond and continue to bounce ideas off each other. Mentor one another about life, and this will carry each of you a long way. Before I end, I must thank 3 more individuals who have sacrificed a lot of time, lonely days and nights, continues to give me love, support, and allow me to pursue my dreams and aspirations in this industry and do it unselfishly. That is my amazing wife, Joanne, my 2 handsome, funny, and loving boys, Liam and Logan. The 3 of them are my rocks, and I could never thank them enough for the time they sacrifice. Again, thank you, everyone, for this honor. Thank you for always making me feel welcome when I come. And truly, thank you for all that helped me along my journey and continue to pave the way for others.
All right, 15 more pages to get through. Joking. So, thank you all so much for being here to celebrate these outstanding individuals and their achievements. I want to say the bar is open. We'll get the fire turned back on. Feel free to have a few more beverages, socialize, network, make those connections, communicate, all of that fun stuff. So, please feel free to mingle, enjoy the fire pit, and continue the celebration. For our honorees and their parents, and Tony, please join us in the Aviation Recognition Hall for photos. Save the date, folks. We look forward to seeing you all next year. Mark your calendars. November 7th, 2025 will be our next recognition dinner. Good night. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your evening.